Hello and welcome back to another Nitecore store flashlight overview. And today I am so excited to be looking at the MH12 Pro. It has a new Night Labs UHI 40 LED and it has a 3,300 lumen output. And so with all that being said, make sure to subscribe and like as it really helps the channel, and let's check this light out. As for what's included in the package, you have the USB-C charging cable, a lanyard, and then a new gen holster that unfortunately was not included in our marketing sample. But don't worry, you have the new Nitecore two-way clip, a spare O-ring, and then the MH12 Pro itself with a pre-installed 5,300 milliamp hour 21700 lithium-ion battery. And then on to the features of this light. First of all, we have this new crenulated bezel, which is pretty unique for a Nitecore light. And then as well as that, you can see the UHI LED. This is the UHI 40 from Night Labs. And then above that, that little black dot that you see right there is actually the proximity sensor that this light is known for, as it's the only Nitecore light to have it besides the EDC27. And then around back, you have the USB-C charging port where you can just plug it in. And I'm a big fan of this design just because this rubber boot here is actually pretty deep, which gives this light a lot of durability. And then back around front, we have the rubber side switch, which is new for Nitecore. And then as well as that, we have the battery and output indicator lights, which is also new for Nitecore. This light is also very high quality with the new texturing from Nitecore. This little spiral pattern is new from them. And then as well, you have these two little trenches at both ends of the light where you can attach the included clip. And then the body is constructed of aero-grade aluminum alloy with an HA3 hardened anodized finish. And then back here at the tail switch, you have this new textured grip, and then your rubber tail switch, as well as these little U-shaped holes. They're perfect for attaching your included lanyard. And then onto the user interface of this light. First of all, I'm a big fan of the tail switch, side switch combo. I feel like 2 buttons is just the sweet spot whenever it comes to flashlight operation. To begin operation of this light, all you have to do is click the tail switch to turn it on, but also this tail switch has momentary activation if you just half press it. And with the light already activated, you can cycle your outputs by hitting the side switch here, going from low to medium to high and then turbo. However, I would only recommend using high and turbo in more tactical scenarios. This light also comes equipped with a memory function, so if I were to cycle it to medium, turn it off, and back on again, it will remember that it was in medium output mode. However, it only remembers low, medium, high, turbo, and strobe, and so it will not remember ultra low, SOS, or beacon. And then to access the aforementioned ultra low mode, all you have to do is hold the side switch and then activate the light, and this is going to be your 1 lumen ultra low mode. And while we're on the topic of special modes, in order to enter your special modes mode, all you have to do is turn on your light and then hold the side switch here, and then you'll cycle through strobe, beacon, and then SOS. Now, all of this demonstration was just done in daily mode. However, this light also comes equipped with a tactical mode. In order to access this, all you have to do is act like you're going to your ultra low output by holding the side switch and then hitting the tail switch, but keep holding the side switch, and then your light will flash like that, and then you will be in tactical mode. The only difference here in tactical mode is your light will always default to turbo mode. So if I were to turn it down to low here, turn it back off, it will always go back to turbo. And the only special mode included is your strobe. I cannot get to SOS or beacon. And now for my favorite part, the specs. This light at ultra low can output 1 lumen for 650 hours. And then at low, it outputs 50 lumens at 50 hours. And then at mid, it outputs 300 lumens for a runtime of 8 hours and 30 minutes. At high, it outputs 1,200 lumens for 4 hours and 30 minutes. And then at turbo, it outputs 3,300 lumens and it will run for 30 minutes if it doesn't step down. In this mode, it has a 552-yard throw with a crazy 63,500 candela intensity. And then as for the dimensions and weight of this light, I have it here on screen and you can just see it here in my hand. It's pretty compact. I feel like you could get away with it pretty easily as an EDC. And with the strobe as well, it adds a nice splash of tactical. And like all good lights, this light is IP68 waterproof and 1 meter drop resistant, meaning that it has no problem with me just leaving it in there. So, does this light live up to the hype? The answer is yes, it definitely does. The first thing that caught my attention is the beam profile, as it looks super smooth and round, which is just unheard of for most flashlights on the market right now. And whenever I'm using it, it just makes me feel super professional and it just looks clean. Next, a big feature for me would be the indicator lights. It's super user-friendly, and a lot of times whenever I'm using flashlights, I forget what brightness mode I'm on. So having that information right there by my thumb is super useful. And lastly, the specs on this light, with it being so compact, are just great. And with all these new innovations that Nitecore is pumping into this light, it makes me super excited for what's down the line. And that wraps up this video on the MH12 Pro. I hope that you enjoyed watching and found this video helpful. We'll have links to pre-order and purchase down in the description below, depending on when you're watching this. And so with all that being said, please make sure to subscribe and like, and thank you so much for watching.